guys, on today's video we're going to be setting up your iPhone XR. It doesn't really matter which color you guys have, it's the same setup for all of them. Anyways, before we begin, I just want to show you where your SIM card goes, just in case you guys haven't set that up just yet. And it's right here on the side. You guys will see your power key that's up here, and right here there's a hole. Now, what you guys have is this that came with your iPhone, alright? So in your box, you guys will see this. Take out this pin. If you guys lost this pin for any reason, you guys can always use an earring. And right here, we're just gonna press right there. We're gonna make sure your SIM card is right inside of here. So in this case, it is, so we're all set to go. As long as you guys have your SIM card in here, you are good to go. So we're just gonna pop that in there. Now you don't need to charge your phone before setting it up. Luckily, they come pre-charged, so we should be able to just turn it on. On the side, like I mentioned before, there's your power key. Just want to show you on the other side, you guys have your volume. And then right here, we have this. You guys can go up and down, and that's just to silence your phone. And just in case you guys wanted to know, this thing, I'm not taking it off until I get my screen protector. Once I get my screen protector, I will take it off, but I usually don't until I get it. To power on your iPhone XR, we're just gonna press right here on the power key. We're gonna hold on to it until we see an Apple logo. So the very first screen that we should see is this. In order to get out from here, just swipe up and then choose whichever language you would like. In this case, we're gonna choose English, then your region. So again, you can choose wherever you guys like. So we're just gonna look for the US. We're gonna select the US. If you guys are not in the US, again, pick whatever makes sense to you. Then, if you guys have another iPhone or maybe iPad, well, it depends what you guys have. You guys could sync this a little bit faster. It's just a little bit faster because it connects to your Wi-Fi network using that other device. But it's not a big deal if you guys don't have one. This is your first time, then we're just gonna set up manually. Even if you guys have another one, it's just gonna kind of skip this step, but it doesn't make it that much faster. Anyways, let's just go on to your Wi-Fi network. In this case, it's Tech and Design YouTube. We're gonna put in our password. Once we put in our password, we should see a check mark beside it, and we can just hit on next. Once we hit on next, we should see this message up here. Then we're gonna get this pop-up. Let's just go into continue. Face ID. Well, this setup is pretty easy. You just have to move your head around, and then it's gonna detect your face from almost every angle. And we can set that up later in settings if you guys don't wanna go through that. But I'm gonna teach you how to set that up right now. So to set up Face ID on your iPhone, just hit on continue. We're gonna put get started, and we're just gonna move our head side to side. Scan complete, hit continue. That's how easy it is to set up your Face ID right here on your iPhone. Next, we're just gonna tap on continue, create a passcode. Now, most of you will want a passcode, so create one right now, or I'm gonna just show you other options, so passcode options. And here you have a bunch of other ones. We're gonna re-enter our password. Please use something else besides what I'm showing you right now. And here is our most critical part about the setup itself. You will see all these options right here, and we can restore from our iCloud backup. So if you guys had an iPhone before, right now you guys can put in your ID right there, and it's gonna transfer everything over. We can transfer directly from iPhone. That's another option. We can move data from Android. Doesn't work that well, but try it out if you guys had an Android. And you guys can just not transfer anything if you're brand new into iPhone. So I'm just gonna show you this for now, then we're gonna go back. So right here, if I hit this up, I just have to put in my iCloud email. It's gonna ask me for my password. It's gonna start loading everything in. It's gonna go back. And if I click I'm brand new into iPhone, I still need to make an Apple ID. So I'm gonna hit don't transfer apps and data, assuming that you guys are brand new. And right here, like I mentioned, if you guys have an email, go ahead and do it. That's for your Apple ID. But if you guys don't have one, you do need to tap up here, and you guys will see this. Your second option will be create a free Apple ID. That's what we need to do in order to create one. And you do need one, okay? You do not need a credit card for this. You guys can just go ahead and set it up. This is so you guys can download apps and everything. If you guys don't want to do a backup, don't worry about that. You guys can exclude that. There are 5 gigs free from Apple once you guys create your Apple ID. And if I go back, I will see this other option where I can see set up later in settings. That's another option as well. So we're gonna hit that, set up later in settings. We're gonna put don't use for now. We're gonna agree. Gonna continue on. Continue. Continue. And here's Siri. Siri is really great because you do not need to hold any buttons in order for Siri to activate. You guys can always say, hey Siri, and then it's gonna ask you what you need. So you guys can say, hey Siri, how's the weather, and all that stuff. Anyways, let's just continue on and set that up. So we're gonna hit on continue. Hey Siri. Hey Siri, send a message. Hey Siri, how's the weather today? Hey Siri, set a timer for 3 minutes. Hey Siri, play some music. So all you have to do is read exactly what your iPhone's telling you to read. And that way it's gonna detect your voice and only respond to your voice. Occasionally, yes, it does respond to other people's voice. So we're just gonna hit on continue. Screen time. This is something that if this is for your kids, this iPhone, then I would set it up. Personally, I don't really care how much time I'm spending on my screen. And this is not just to see how much time you guys spend on your screen, but restrictions and parental controls are in here. So if you're a parent, this is where all the setup happens. For now, we're just gonna set up later in settings. We're gonna share with developers. If you guys don't wanna share, you guys can always choose that. Right now, True Tone. I usually skip this part, but anyways, I'm gonna show you. See without True Tone. See that difference? Anyways, it's just good to see. Continue on. Then there's light mode and dark mode. I'm a fan of dark mode, but I can see a lot of people wanting the white mode. It's for some people just easier to look at, especially in bright circumstances. If you guys are outdoors, this standard light is better than your dark. So if I click on my dark, that's what happens. So it's not the greatest thing, the dark mode. So we're just gonna leave it on light for now. Just for this tutorial, it's easier on the eyes just for you guys to see. But I am a fan of dark mode, so try both on. And we can always change this later on in settings. Very easy to do. Anyways, continue on. And right here, display zoom. So we can have our standard, which is normal, and then we can have zoomed in. And even if you guys pick zoomed in, these are the differences between the two. You guys can zoom even more if you're having a hard time seeing everything that's in your phone. You guys think everything's too small, we can zoom even more than what you selected right now. And we can always change this in our settings once again. So for now, we're just gonna hit standard, continue on. And here it's gonna give you a couple of tips of what you should know, the basics into your phone. So we're gonna continue on. It's good to see exactly your gestures because you will need to know those. Just gonna continue on. And right now we're gonna swipe up. And at this point we are done. To change backgrounds, your wallpaper right here on your phone, it's very easy. To change wallpaper, we just have to go into settings. Under settings, you will notice if you scroll down, you will see wallpaper. And that's your background. So we're gonna choose a new background. We're gonna choose, for example, this one here. We're gonna set for both, so that's a third option. So it's gonna be in this screen once you guys lock your screen and your background itself. So that's this background. And that's how you guys can change the background if you guys don't like that dark background that came with your phone. Now, any app that you guys would want to download from your phone, you do have to go into your app store, and that's where you guys are gonna download them. Also, these are all the standard apps that you guys get on your iPhone XR. So all the default apps that you would get with an iPhone XR would be exactly these, including utilities, and that's all you get. Again, any app that you guys want additional to download on your iPhone XR, you would have to go into your app store and download them. So any social media, right there. Google Maps, Chrome, if you guys like Google Chrome, anything. All those that I just mentioned, they're free. You guys can download them from the app store. Other than that, these are your default apps. Anyways, to quickly show you some gestures that you should know, obviously there's this one. So you guys can open up any windows and just close them. So let's say we opened up this app. Let's just minimize it. This app, minimize, minimize. And I'm saying minimize because you're not really closing them. To properly close an app, we have to swipe up and then select our app and swipe up, up, up on each one of them, and that way they're really closed. How do I know that? Because if I do this, there's no apps loading up. That means they're fully closed. Something else that you should know is up here from the corner, this is a quick access to everything. There's airplane, Bluetooth, your brightness as well. We can turn it up, volume like I mentioned, camera. There's a ton of stuff right here, and we can add more stuff there as well. And if we do a gesture right from the middle of our screen, we're gonna see something else. Notifications plus our camera, and right here we have our flashlight, which is on the back. If we go all the way to the left side, all the way, we're gonna see this plus search. So if you guys are searching for anything inside your phone, you would go up here and then just search for it. So for example, Facebook, and then it's gonna give you all these options, including the App Store, so you guys can download Facebook. I'm gonna cancel that right now. Just gonna swipe to the right side so I can get out of there. And to update your iPhone XR, something that you will want to do is go right into your settings, and from there we're gonna go right into general software update, and right here it's gonna look for the latest update. Just click on download and install, and that's all. Just let it be. You guys need at least 50% of your battery and you should be good. If you want to know exactly what percentage your battery is at, because this means almost nothing to me, we can just swipe from the side, you can go down, and then we're gonna be able to see exactly what the percentage is. Now the reason why Apple's doing this is because they have basically no space. So that's why with newer iPhones, such as an iPhone XR, 11, you guys will see this battery like that instead of with a percentage sign. So in order to see percentage, again, just swipe from this side down, and we should see our percentage up here without any problems. Again, that's my percentage, which makes more sense to me than just looking at this small icon. And that's how you guys can see the percentage at what your battery is on right now. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you guys have any comments, questions, you guys can write down here in the comments area. Don't forget to subscribe and rate. Thank you.